Hey guys, it's Parker. So today I want to borrow a term from Scott and demystify a little bit about liquidity, what it is, how it works, how you can add it. I'm just going to cover the basic facts of what this stuff is. This is not financial advice at all. Just being typical cryptocurrency, with that said, we'll get started. You're going to need a couple tools. You're going to use a browser on your computer to go to stellarx.com. This is going to be the decentralized Stellar exchange that I'm going to be using in this demonstration. I've got my Lobster wallet here. This is an Android app, so you'd be using this on your phone. You can import your Threefold Connect wallet directly into Lobster, which will allow you to manage your Threefold Connect wallet and where your farming tokens are deposited directly on the StellarX exchange. To do that, you hit Connect Wallet here. You can use the Wallet Connect beta, and then you're going to have a QR code here that you scan within the app. There's some limitations of using the app in this setup, so I'm going to have to approve transactions off screen. So I'm going to go ahead and connect this now. You'll see that it logs right in. What happens when I hit that is that if you come down here to Wallet Connect, there will be a approval screen. You'll hit approve, and then you just log in. There's no credentials needed or anything like that. It's just approved through the app itself. I wanted to show you guys that, but unfortunately it doesn't work in this deployment. Once you're logged in, I'm going to use two browser windows here so we can show you a little bit more in depth later of what's happening. So, first thing we're going to do is look up the chart for TFT versus XLM so that you can kind of get a visual of what's going on. So just to tell you a little bit about what stuff is, down here you've got the order book. This covers limit orders. So these are orders that have already been placed on the network for TFT that are just kind of holding off on prices. So we'll switch this over so you can see the threefold token side. So for instance, this is a sell order where someone is attempting to sell 10,026 TFT, but they're not going to do that unless they can get a price of 0.382. So as soon as the price hits 0.382, it's going to start fulfilling this order and they're going to start selling their shares. Now down here, these are buy orders. So you can see here that between these two, someone's placed about 6,000 TFT worth of buy orders, but they're only willing to pay 0.316 and 0.313 for them. So for someone to buy that, they would have to bring their price down from these first two prices, which are the last trade, to this level, and then that would lower the price of TFT on the market. Now I'm going to expand this out just a little bit here. Oh, maybe not. We'll scroll over. So this is the candle chart. This is where you can see active movements of the TFT price. And this just follows this. So again, this is the last time a TFT was sold. That was the price paid for it. This is the last time a TFT was bought, and that was the price it was paid for it. These are orders that are already placed, that are waiting to be fulfilled when a seller that's willing to pay that comes available. And the way this works is, people that are trading the coin often use limit orders. But for instance, when you go and just hit swap tokens on one of like the Lobster app here, it just fulfills them at available tokens. So if these people are only willing to sell at these prices, then you're going to have to pay that. Vice versa, if you have a TFT and you need to get an XLM, you're going to be down here. So you're going to so that's what slippage is when there's not enough TFT being offered at the current market price for sale, and you have to go up to buy it. That's why it gets more expensive. And when you're selling, that's why you end up losing some, is because there's not enough buy orders at the current market price to fulfill your sell. And this is where liquidity comes in. So as you can tell, in a market where every buy and sell order was jumping up and down this chart, you'd have a really unstable coin that the price jumps up and down of constantly. This is what you see a lot of times in early tokens, more on like the cryptocurrency, rocket ship, climb stuff. But because the threefold token isn't necessarily having a value just because of its value versus XLM, but it actually has a use case that supports the value, and it's a little more stable. Now, the liquidity markets lately have been a little rough, which means that, for instance, if you go and sell $100 worth of TFT right now, you will see a dip in the market price of TFT. That's not good. Now, you can fix that in two ways. You can either create more of a traditional demand for the coin where there is more buy orders being placed and people are willing to pay more for the TFT. Or you can have a liquidity pool. And what a liquidity pool is it is a group of people who have provided an equal amount of a certain two tokens, and those tokens are used to fulfill buy and sell orders without having to affect the buy and sell lists here. So it means that more people can buy TFT at its current market price without paying more, and more people can sell TFT at its current market price without receiving less, because instead of having to go directly to the order chart here and selling it to other people who are trying to buy and sell TFT, they're able to essentially be fulfilled from the liquidity pool. And in return for that, what you get is the transaction fee of the transaction that used your coins to make that exchange without affecting the stability of the market. On this network, you get 0.3% of each transaction is paid in fees, or it might be 0.03%. We'll see that here in a minute when we go over to add liquidity, so you'll get the exact stat. And then that's split up based on your share of the pool, so everyone commits to one pool. So if you have 1% of the pool, you will get 1% of that 0.3 or 0.03% transaction fee that we'll have the number of here in a minute. And then when you pull your liquidity out, you end up with more because you had all the transaction fees, assuming a healthy market and that your liquidity is replenished in and out, in an equal form. And this is where you'll see like some discussion of impermanent loss on the chat. I know that's a very scary term. Basically what that means is that your coins will be gone, but it's because they haven't been refulfilled yet. So for instance, when someone comes to buy TFT, your TFT balance of the pool goes down. So everyone has less TFT currently. But the next time someone comes to sell TFT, the pool balance goes back up. So in a healthy market where you've got demand for the coin in excess of the sell demand for the coin, everyone makes money. Now in an unhealthy market, it is possible to have permanent loss, as with any cryptocurrency. You're always betting on the health of the project. I think we all agree and are here because we believe in it. So I'm not going to get into the semantics of that. I'm just going to teach you how to do it. So now we want to add some liquidity. So in our Lobster wallet here, we have 1,121 TFT. So what we need now is an equal amount of TFT to our XLM. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and swap it. So we're going to go into our Lobster wallet. I'm going to change this to TFT. And we're going to swap 500 TFT into lumens. That's going to leave us with 621 TFT over here and 170 lumens. And I'll leave this pane open over here so that you can see changes in the charts and stuff as I do this, because you will see some changes possibly, especially impermanent changes that you're going to see kind of climbs and ups and downs. But anyways, we'll go ahead and swap this. All right. So yeah, we've got some pop-ups here because all of our wallets are linked. We've got a notification from Lobster. All kinds of stuff going on there. So as you can see, as of yet, and we'll give it a, let's go to the 3-minute chart. As you can see, there was no change in the price here. This means that the liquidity pool had enough funds in it to cover 500 TFT without affecting the price. So there was no change in the buy and sell orders over here to our left. So that's super stable, at least at that amount. Now we need to get this into liquidity. So I'm going to leave this chart open over here on the StellarX exchange. We're going to come down here and we're going to go to AMM. And we're going to go to liquidity and provide liquidity to add or to earn fees. So we're going to click add liquidity. Now I want to add all of my XLM, so I'm going to leave this and put my balance in there. You can't add completely all of it, so I'll just cut that out to 200. And then we'll select our asset here, and we're going to add TFT. And you'll see that it automatically calculates how much we need. We're given this much. There's a little bit of slippage here. And then we'll add liquidity. Click add. And then you'll have to confirm that transaction. To do that, you'll go to Wallet Connect in your Lobster app. Again, that doesn't work on this interface, but normally you would see it there. I'm going to do it off screen. Alright guys, and just like that, you've added liquidity to the resource pool for XLM to TFT. This helps other farmers be able to sell their tokens at stable prices. This helps keep the price stable so that demand doesn't impact the price as much as growth. It's really a great thing. Like I said, you will want to do your own research on how much you can earn, whether you're going to earn, whether you're going to lose. This video isn't really about that aspect of this, but I wanted to show you how to use the tools to be able to do it if you decide to do it. As always, guys, I hope you enjoy your farming. Sorry this has been a little bit longer video. It's just a little more in depth. So have a great day.